I was born in 1948 in Rochester, New York. Just after the Korean War, my dad went up to Rochester to work for Kodak Company, and he comes from a family of photographers. So, and then the other 5 members of my family were born in different states because my dad was back in the Navy. So, Navy brat, grew up all along the eastern seaboard.
Oh, fun.
And he ended up in a job in New York, so I lived in the suburbs of New Jersey. Then he moved to a Chicago job downtown, and we lived in the suburbs of Chicago. And when I moved to Butte in 1998, I stayed here longer than any place. Been here 23 years. When I lived in, before I got married, I lived in Wisconsin. That's pretty much where I say I'm from. My dad was from Green Bay. And I was a private investigator. And I worked for law firms as a legal investigator. That was my career. Started out as a paralegal. And so when I met Bill and we moved to Butte temporarily for good, I thought I would continue being a legal investigator, but it just didn't work out that way. And the archives was just down the street, and we bought an old house, so I became a historic investigator. And I've done
Historic investigator?
I've done that for years for Butte people.
So talk about that. What is
researching
that?
houses, mainly house history.
Okay.
Started with my own, built in 1885. So I had lived here, let's see, let me do the math, 6 years. And my district came up, and I was very interested in the historic part of my neighborhood, and I ran for office in '06, and I've been a commissioner ever since. Before that, I was on the study commission from 2004 to 6. So I've actually been elected official since '04.
Wow.
Yep.
And you are the chairman of the commission now.
I am.
The council.
This is my second round. I was chairman, okay, let me do the math here, from 2012 to 2000, so it'll be 12, 13, 14, 15, for 4 years, starting in 2012.
Each run is 4 years, so this one will be 4 years.
So the way it works, and you don't need this too much information, I'm sure, but the council members amongst ourselves, we choose our own chair and vice chair, and it's a 2-year term.
Okay.
But you can have 2 2-year terms in a row, and that's what I did.
So is there anything that, anything from 2020 that you wish could have been accomplished that wasn't? You know, just because it couldn't happen?
Well, first of all, our festivals. I mean, not from a government standpoint, but
Right.
just in general.
Right.
It was just very sad to see our festivals not come about. We've had them almost ever since I've lived here, in some way or another. Also, I'm a musician, and my last gig was March 16th of last year. So I'm waiting to start up again.
Yeah. So
I entertain at all the nursing homes. I've done it every month since 1998. 5 or 6 different nursing homes every month.
cool.
It's just I don't get paid. I'm a volunteer, and it's just something that I love to do.
Yeah.
Share
Seems
music.
like it would be.
But I had a couple of paying gigs too that helped.
Yeah.
Couldn't live on them, but it was nice to get paid
but
once
it's
in a
fun,
while.
right. Going back to the Council of Commissioners, is
Mhm.
there anything going into 2021 that you see as a challenge?
Well, I might as well admit that I'm on the Board of Health, and I've been on the Board of Health for 10 years. And none of us signed up for any of this stuff,
Sure.
when we signed up, but it's part of our duties. And we actually hire the director. It's not hired anywhere else. We're sort of a semi-autonomous board. And so going into 2021, it's been challenging. And as you know, we probably not the most popular group of people in town, but we've done what we feel is best for everyone. And what we do is in the best interest of the entire community. And that's one of my favorite sayings is the role of the council commissioners is to do what's best for the entire community.
Yeah.
So it's
Definitely. And a lot of people
I'm looking forward
understand
to good things in 2021. I just came from a BLDC meeting. I've been on that board for 8 years. And believe it or not, in the behind the scenes, there's lots going on. We've got businesses coming to town. Look at our real estate. Holy moly. But we know that there are things on the horizon. But the O'Rourke building is a good example of some out-of-towners from Colorado. You can see them working on it even now, and they're going to turn that into condos right behind the courthouse, that beautiful building, that the O'Rourke.
Right.
I understand that the Rudolphs, the Y, there's a gentleman that, or I shouldn't say gentleman, but there's someone who came to town and bought 11 parcels in Butte, including the Y, including Rudolph's, and I can't remember the other ones. That was brought up to. So there are some people looking to capitalize on Butte, and right now the prices are still reasonable compared to other places. There are some people looking to capitalize on Butte, and right now the prices are still reasonable compared to other places. So.
Why do you think that is? Why all of a sudden it has?
I don't know. It's like when Jeff
Has it-
Francis came here and bought 11 buildings, and well, anyway. Yes, Jim.
Oh, I was just going to say that I'd heard the Opportunity Zone is drawing some of them.
Yes, that is true. I believe the new Dairy Queen is an opportunity zone.
And what is the opportunity zone?
It's a tax credit if you invest in what's considered kind of a, I wouldn't call it low income or depressed. It's a new tax credit that's available, and it's a footprint of an area that is considered depressed economically. And if you invest into that, I believe you can write off some of your capital gains or something along that line. It is definitely a tax shelter, and I believe that the movie outfit that's coming to town, the film group, I believe that's considered an opportunity zone as well. So it's just.